comes into your mind when you hear the word lipids? Usually you would think about fats and oil, right? Well, you guys are actually correct. So lipids are soluble fats found in plants and animals, and it is hydrophobic. Take for example, oil. When oil is mixed with water, do they perfectly combine? No. So that's what hydrophobic means. It doesn't like water. So lipids could be saturated and unsaturated. When we say saturated, it means that the carbon contains hydrogen, and saturated lipids are stable. Saturated is usually fats, and fats are solid. For example, margarine, butter, or maybe the oil from meat. So these are saturated lipids. They're usually solid. Next is the unsaturated. So for the saturated, it contains fats. Now, for the unsaturated, it's mostly oil. So what are the oils you commonly see in your refrigerator? I mean in your kitchen, your storage room. Could be coconut oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, fish oil, and everything that is oil. Kidding aside. So unsaturated lipids can be classified into two. First is the monounsaturated. So it means that at room temperature, it solidifies. Monounsaturated, it is the oil that solidifies when you put it in a refrigerator. Meanwhile, polyunsaturated are those oils that does not solidify even if you put them in, or even if you put those oils in the refrigerator. So lipids, let's talk about the importance of lipids. So lipids provides energy for the cell. Yes. So, okay. Another thing that differentiates monounsaturated and polyunsaturated is this. In monounsaturated, it contains only one carbon, since the word itself, mono, explains the thing that it contains only one carbon without hydrogen. And polyunsaturated means two carbons or more not containing hydrogen. So now let's move on to the classification of lipids. So lipids could be simple or homolipids, compound or heterolipids, and lastly, derived lipids. So first is the simple or homolipids. From the word itself, simple or homo, it could be just what I was just discussing earlier. Under the simple and homolipids are the fats and oil and waxes. So in fats and oil, it could be simple and mixed. For the mixed fats and oils, we have the so-called triglycerides. So what does triglycerides mean? So triglycerides are 3 fatty acids, and from the word itself, triglyceride, it contains 3 glycerol. And next is the waxes. So like the candle, if you imagine a candle, its body, the body of a candle, what do you call that? The substance, the candle is made up of waxes. Yes, coming from, could be in the sperm whale wax, beeswax, carnauba wax, and everything that could be turned into wax. Another is the compound lipids or heterolipids. Under this are the phospholipids and the glycolipids. So when we say phospholipids, it is lipids which contains phosphate group. And when we say glycolipids, it is the lipids with sugar. So in phospholipids, it has a glycerol head and 2 tails. The last one is the derived lipids. So derived lipids, from the word itself, derived, it means that it is derived with or from, could either be from the simple lipids or in the heterolipids. So now let's move on to the physical properties of fatty acids. So in fatty acids, or in the physical properties of fatty acids, we focus on 2 things. First is the water solubility, and next is its melting point. So when the number of atoms in a fatty acids increases, the lesser chance for that fatty acids to be dissolved, because the more number of atoms in a fatty acids, the lesser chance for that fatty acids to be dissolved because of its non-polarity. Meanwhile, if there are lesser number of atoms or in a short chain of fatty acids, it has a higher chance to be dissolved, and it is more soluble than those fatty acids or long chain of fatty acids with larger or higher number of atoms. And for the second one is the melting point. This is opposite to its solubility. Why? Because the higher fatty acid, the higher its melting point, while short chain fatty acids has the lower chance to melt. So let's just talk it as simple as that, so that we will not be confused. We would easily understand the physical properties of